What's up, everybody? The Iceman here on July 9th, this Tuesday. The All-Star Game in Major League Baseball is played tonight. But more importantly, Sunday, Impact Wrestling had Slammiversary. I made my predictions, and I did videos about the news and rumors. And a man I respect so much in the world of professional wrestling, CORBEIL, told me he did not think Brian Cage was going to leave after Slammiversary, and guess what? 9 out of 10 times Andre is right. But anyway, let's get to talking about a little bit about Slammiversary. It started off with a four-way match. Jake Crisp, TJ Perkins, Willie Mack, and Wentz from the Rascals. It was a good match. These guys are all good. I'll be honest with you, I was surprised that Willie Mack won the match. I thought one of the slender and more versatile guys would have won. But anyway, it was a good show. I was a little disappointed and I'll say it now, there was no title changes. But in any event, the tag team title match, the North had won Bash at the Brewery a couple days earlier to become the Impact Wrestling Tag Team Champions, and they were to face the Rascals, but they inserted LAX in the match. One of the members of LAX hurt his knee. I think this is the way to get their exit out. The North retained in a good match. It was a fun match to watch. It wasn't as long as I thought it should have been, but it was a good match. All in all, Moose and RVD, I wasn't sure the outcome of this match because Impact brought RVD in, I guess I thought for a reason, maybe only for ratings, but Moose pretty much took care of RVD, and I was really shocked about this. I really was. And so RVD ended up getting the loss. Whether he returns or not, we'll have to wait and see. But in any event. And then Killer Kross and Eddie Edwards in a First Blood match. Again, reading rumors, and you don't know whether they're always true or not, that Killer Kross was going to leave. So in my mind, I'm thinking, okay, Eddie Edwards is going to win. These guys, when they wrestle each other, I mean, this is something that's very fun to watch. These guys, both are great. I love Eddie Edwards. Killer Kross has really added a lot to Impact Wrestling since he's been there. I hate to see him go. If he does leave, in fact, but he did get the loss. Eddie did defeat him in the First Blood match. Rich Swann, Johnny Impact with Johnny Bravo. This is a match that I'll be honest, I thought Impact was going to win this match. Now I'm hearing rumors that he's the one who's going to leave. So, I mean, it was a fun match to watch. It involved Johnny Bravo, who to me is one of the idiots outside the ring. He's a character that you love to hate, obviously. But for Johnny Impact to take the pin on Rich Swann, I was actually surprised. So Rich Swann he retains the X Division title. Michael Elgin, Brian Cage. A match. I mean, with all the stuff I was reading, I thought for sure Elgin was going to defeat Brian Cage. This was a good match. These guys gave it their all. And I'm glad. Andre CORBEIL told me, he said, you know, Impact Wrestling was with him all the way during his injury, and he didn't feel that Cage would leave. Andre was right. I was wrong. And this was a great match. I loved it. Brian Cage ends up defeating Michael Elgin in a very brutal match. And then Elgin again goes after Don Callis. And there's a masked wrestler that comes in that sort of helps out. And I'm not going to say who I think it is because I've read who I thought it is, because if I say who I think it is and I'm wrong, then I'm wrong again, if you get what I mean. So anyway, Sami Callihan, Tessa Blanchard, main eventing. Should they have, I think Elgin and Cage should have, but I think they're taking a page out of the WWE books. It was a great match, don't get me wrong. But in realistic terms, should Tessa have been able to beat Sami Callihan? Sami Callihan, he's a crazy nut. I love him. I think he's great for Impact Wrestling. I think Tessa is great for Impact Wrestling as well. But I think she sort of overstepped her boundaries there, because you both come in with a baseball bat, and usually, the stronger of the two is going to come out on top, and Sami Callihan did. Towards the end, he really took out Tessa, quite well. But I will give him respect that before he left the ring, he handed Tessa her baseball bat back. Crazy as it may seem, but it is what it is. I mean, all in all, the show, to me, I really enjoyed it. The only disappointment I did have that there was no title changes, and if I were to pick who I would have thought would have lost, I would have thought it was going to be Brian Cage, and also Rich Swann. Those two titles. The Monsters Ball 4-way knockouts match with Taya Valkyrie, Su Yung, Rosemary, and Havoc. Going into this match, no way in the world would I have thought Taya would have retained. I honestly thought that Havoc was going to win this match. But it turned out it didn't happen. This was a fun match to watch, too. The tags came out. Su Yung looked really good. I think she looked actually better than Rosemary did. Havoc, a big woman, she can only do so much. She was sort of limited. I thought that Taya did a good job. They sort of evened it off quite well. But in the long run, Taya Valkyrie ends up retaining the Knockouts Championship. They announced after the match for Bound for Glory October 20th, which I think there you're going to see things got to change. I think maybe people were disappointed that there were no title changes, but again, it doesn't always happen. They maybe did it for a reason. We'll find out soon. But all in all, I enjoyed the show. I think there was a lot of action involved in it. And I like Impact Wrestling. I just wish they had the financial backing to keep people, because usually when they lose somebody, then somebody new comes in. But it's like a rotating door. So anyway, after all this being said, AEW's Fight for the Fallen is on this coming Saturday on thebleacherreport.com. It's for free to everybody in the United States. They're fun to watch as well. And what I love right now is we're seeing more wrestling promotions build up again, just like we did in the territorial days. And that's where I was at. That's where I liked it. I didn't like the domination of WWE and WCW because it was just the two conglomerates, and then WCW went down, and then WWE was the king of the hill. And right now they still are the king of the hill, even though they're hurting. I think they'll find ways to rebound back. But in any event, this is the Iceman here talking about Slammiversary. Hope you all watch it. Hope you all enjoyed it. We'll see you all next time.